Now our next session is on food interaction, which will be delivered by Dr. Sandesh Lora sir, Associate Professor, Maliba College of Pharmacy. For this, I invite Dr. Jitendra Yadav, Associate Professor, Shri Nanjibai Lalbhai Patel College of Pharmacy, to chair the session and introduce Dr. Sandesh Lora sir to us. Over to you, Yadav.
Thank you, Jasmina madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
A very good afternoon to the members of the current session, and it's my immense pleasure to introduce our next guest lecturer, Dr. Sandesh Lodha. Sir has completed his PhD from Veer Narmad, South Gujarat University, Surat, in pharmaceutical chemistry, and M.Pharm from College of Pharmacy, Nasik, and B.Pharm from Modern College of Pharmacy, Pune. Sir has a very rich experience of 15 years, including 12 years of research experience. Currently, Sir is working as an associate professor at Maliba Pharmacy College, Uka Tarsadia University. Sir has received research grant from Pune University and Uka Tarsadia University worth rupees 5 lakh and more than 5 lakhs for organizing seminars, workshops, and conferences from various funding agencies like AICTE, GSBTM, Guj Coast, and GSPC. Sir has received Dr. V.K. Sarma Award for Young Scientist by Indian Council of Chemists in 2015. Sir also received GRF from All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. On Sir names one filed patent, and Sir has also published 18 articles in various reputed international and national journals and 12 presentations at various conferences, including national as well as international level. Sir have published 2 book chapters for Intech Open and elsewhere. Sir also life member of various professional associations and membership. Sir have delivered more than 25 invited talks on wide variety of topics at state and national level. Sir is also associate editor for newsletter published by Uka Tarsadia University. Sir is also editorial board member for Journal and referee for various national and international journals. Sir have a very good hand in research, mainly in the synthesis as well as the pharmacological evaluation for various small molecules, in silico drug design, docking, and QSAR studies. So without delaying, I welcome Dr. Sandesh Lodha sir. Please sir, take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Jitendra sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, colleague, thank you very much for introducing me so nicely. I would, at the outset, I would like to thank Principal Dhiren sir of Umrah College for giving me an opportunity to interact with the fellow pharmacists who are the face of pharmacy profession in the society. So we are represented by them. So I'll be happy to deal or talk with them. Also, I would like to thank the coordinators for making my entry and the process easier. So thank you very much to all. Shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Host has disabled participant screen sharing. What message I am getting is?
Yeah, we will sort out sir, within a minute.
Yeah.
So you can share your screen now.
Okay. Right. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay, fine. So We are going to start with the new session. Good morning to all the fellow pharmacists who are in this session. Is it comfortable to go with English or Jasmeena madam, is it fine we can mix up with Gujarati or Hindi so that people find it interesting?
Yes, sir. You can mix.
Yeah, thank you. So we are going to talk of a topic which is very less paid attention by the professionals in India particularly. There is much more awareness in the developed countries about food-drug interaction. I have been talking about this topic, food-drug interaction, for many years. And I feel that as a pharmacist, as a professional pharmacist, or as a person who understands the best part of medicine is pharmacist. So who can guide, who can tell the patient about the medication is the best person to answer that is pharmacist. So if we upgrade ourselves and develop ourselves to pay attention on the topic which I am going to discuss, not a new topic, it is well known to all, but the attention, the process of acquiring knowledge, number one, and sharing with professionals, with the pharmacist or patient is missing. So if we can link this to the pharmacist and use this in our day-to-day practice, I assure you pharmacists, I assure you friends that you will have huge increment in your business. Most of them, is there any idea about how many practicing pharmacists are there and how many are there who are attached to the maybe industry or something? Is there any idea, Jitendra sir or anybody else? कुछ rough idea है कि कितने practicing pharmacist professional इस course में है तो हम उनको बता पाए? You are mute, sir. You are mute. Please unmute yourself.
So majority of the participants are the pharmacist.
Okay. So practicing pharmacist. Yeah. Right. So what I would go for is first understanding the purpose of food-drug interaction. I first need to understand what is food-drug interaction. Once I understand what is food-drug interaction, then what we can do is we can go on for discussing the outset about the future, whatever we are talking about. I'll talk about that in a later time. First, just to let you introduce ourselves, to give you a one-line answer, जो भी हम खाते हैं, जे पण आपणे खाइए छे, ए बद्धुं ज out of that few components are interacting and affecting your medicine, not necessarily always in terms of activity. કે અસર વધારે આવે છે કે ઓછી થાય છે એવું તો થશે જ, પણ બીજી ઘણી બધી બાબતો છે જેમાં food interferes with drug, and that is why the best definition what I can give for food drug interaction is written on the slide. It is one which prevents a medicine from working the way it should cause the effect, or maybe we can say it could cause a side effect from a medicine to get worse or better cause. બંને ફાયદા ને નુકસાન બંને છે. જ્યારે આપણે example share કરીશું, when I will talk about the examples, I will talk about that food can help also and food can worsen the problem also. Both types of examples we are going to take. So a medicine can also change the way your body uses a food. ફૂડ પર તો ફૂડનો દવા પર અસર થતું છે ને દવાનું ફૂડ પર બી અસર થાય છે, બંને ટાઈપની અસર છે. But looking into the limitation of time frame, I will be talking about specific relevant examples of food drug interaction. I'll be taking few examples of your day-to-day life prescription. Maybe if it is more interactive, I will get an answer from fellow pharmacists. Then I'll be happy to, I'll be sharing one or two examples with you all to begin. Right? There are, if I talk about scientific things, then age, weight, sex, medical condition, right? What medicines you are taking, what other type of medicine. A patient may be taking multiple therapy. So polypharmacy is going on. So what impact that food has when I'm taking X drug or Y drug, and all those we will be discussing during the time when we talk about food drug interaction. We're talking about the example. I'll be taking one example that is very common to you all, and that is paracetamol. Can anybody tell me, very simple, that do we need to take paracetamol, right, before meal or after meal? Is there anybody who can have an answer for a simple drug which is over the counter available and we take it? People can unmute yourself, right? No, I think so. This is one-sided type of session.
Yes, sir. You will get the answer on the chat.
Okay. So I'll look into chat box. Fine. Right. Okay. So most of the answer, what I am getting from the chat box is after meal. Friends, you would be shocked to know that for the best effect, paracetamol should be taken empty stomach. If you want to get the best effect out of the paracetamol, I am not saying that if you take it after meal, paracetamol will not work. Paracetamol is going to work. But if the fever is high grade, then patient has to take this with empty stomach to increase the absorption of paracetamol and to achieve the concentration at a faster rate. Now you are going to talk about many of these examples which I am going to share with you all. You know that a drug can be affected when it is present with food. So the food may affect pharmacokinetics. What is that? Absorption, distribution, metabolism, elimination. Right? Chaya pachay, which we say in Gujarati, ke kevi rite thai che, shoshan and abhishoshan. So multiple things are affected when you take medicine with the food. Second example which I can place on record, maybe now the awareness is increased, that is azithromycin. Many of us are knowing now in COVID situation, azithromycin is selling like anything. We all know as a fellow pharmacist that it is there for prophylaxis, and paracetamol is taking. Yeah, it's a macrolide antibiotic. Can anybody tell me whether to take it on before meal or after meal? What impact food has on azithromycin? Yeah, right. What answers I am getting is there are some answers 50-50 or 80-20. 80% people telling that it should be taken before meal, 20% people telling that it is after meal. Friends, again, azithromycin absorption decreases by 50%, 50% if you take azithromycin after meal. एक सिंपल एग्जांपल आपू के 500 मिलीग्राम ની ટેબ્લેટ લીધી અને ખાધા પછી લીધી તો એને એક્ચ્યુઅલ ઇફેક્ટિવ કન્સન્ટ્રેશન 250 થશે. I'll share my real life example. One of my friend was admitted in Surat, one of the hospital, and was admitted in ICU. Mind my words. I'm not going to disclose any names, but it was there, and the patient was prescribed azithromycin 500 milligram. The patient weight was 90 kg. So he is normal, not normal Indian weight. Average Indian weight से ज़्यादा weight है उसका, और उसको 500 मिलीग्राम दिया था azithromycin. So as a pharmacist, it is what practice, good practice we follow as a fellow pharmacist is, જ્યારે પેશન્ટ તમારી પાસે દવા લેવા આવે તો આપણે એક ચિઠ્ઠી આપીએ જેના ઉપર લખેલું હોય છે સવાર બપોર સાંજ, અને નીચે લખેલું હોય ખાધા પહેલા ને ખાધા પછી. It is very good practice. I appreciate it. Very nice. Right? So એમાં લખીને આપીએ. પણ હોસ્પિટલમાં જ્યારે પેશન્ટને મેડિકેશન ડિસ્પેન્સ થયું, ફાર્માસિસ્ટે લખ્યું નથી. Then the medicine comes to the patient. પ્રિસ્ક્રિપ્શનમાં લખેલું હતું નહીં, કે whether to take it before meal or after meal. અને પછી છેલ્લે જે નર્સ આવે જે મેડિકેશન આપે છે પેશન્ટને એને. So luckily I was present in that situation and I asked. So I did not see anything written in the prescription. Neither it was, the medication was dispensed by the pharmacist and it reached to the patient, and now it was the time of the person to take the medication. So he was confused what to do. So he asked nurse કે બેન આ ખાધા પહેલા લેવાની કે ખાધા પછી લેવાની. Luckily I was present there. Not happening with everybody, it is going to happen. What happened is she looked at me with attitude that why I'm asking her such a question, and then she smiled અને જતા જતા કહી ગઈ કઈ નહીં સાહેબ ખાધા પછી લઈ લેજો ને. And I was shocked to know a person, right, 90 kg weight, 500 milligram is going to be insufficient, and if he takes it after meal, the dose is going to reduce to 250 milligram. Then now my simple question to fellow friends is, who is responsible? Who has to be kept as responsible to decide whether this medication, who is there? Who is to take the responsibility? Is it that the doctor should always write? Is it that the pharmacist should take care? Or is it that the tertiary people who are going to be, right, people writing doctor, maybe active member, pharmacist? Friends, દવા વિશે જો સૌથી સારું કોઈને ખબર હોય, મારી વાત માની લેજો, it is pharmacist. They don't study medicinal chemistry in the depth which we study. Neither they study all those absorption, distribution, metabolism, elimination in the depth which we study. As a pharmacist, this is what is the future. There is a concept called customer delight. Customer delight એટલે શું કે MBA જે લોકો મોટિવેશનલ સ્પીકર આવે, MBA ના પર્સન કે ધંધો કેવી રીતે વધારવું, તો પહેલા આવતું કસ્ટમર સેટિસ્ફેક્શન, કે તમે જે પ્રશ્ન કસ્ટમર પૂછે તેના જવાબ આપીએ. Right? Now the customer is God. The concept has changed. We want customer delight. Right? આપણાને કહીએ ને કે એક પર એક ફ્રી છે તો ખુશ થઈ જઈએ. We become happy. Okay, it is benefit for me. As a customer, I am happy that I am getting. So, as a pharmacist, what you can do? Discount apiye. 10% discount, 5% discount, 15%, 20% discount apiye. There are multiple perspectives. I don't want to go into that. Right? As a pharmacist, what best can happen is you give him right suggestions, right guidance, patient counseling, right? Clinic khulwani વાત કરતા છે આપણે કે if I want to open a clinic as a pharmacist, consulting pharmacist, it is possible. It is possible. But for that you require that depth of knowledge. Upgrade કરવું જરૂરી છે. And when you study and when you come out into the market, you know that every year, right, on an average, 100 to 200 new molecules or combinations are coming into the market in India. Around 200 from multiple companies. And we need to upgrade ourselves to understand that what change the formulation has made. એક point મારા presentation માં હું એ પણ લઈશ કે ટેબ્લેટ આવે એક્સટેન્ડેડ રિલીઝ છે કે ઇમિડિયેટ રિલીઝ છે, તો એ ક્યારે લેવાની? ખાધા પહેલા, ખાધા પછી, ખાવાના કેટલા પેટ, how much time do we take, whether it is prior to 30 minutes prior to or 90 minutes after. I'll talk about all these things in my presentation one by one. I hope that our opening remarks sufficient છે આપણા માટે to understand that yes, it is serious issue. And as a pharmacist, આપણે એની ઉપર ધ્યાન આપવું જોઈએ. અને customer delight માટે I need to keep this updated knowledge with me. Patient આવશે તમારી પાસે, 100% આવશે. કોમ્પિટિશન નો જમાનો છે. It is going to happen with all of us. So moving ahead, that we know that a drug can be affected, a food can affect kinetics and dynamics. અસર પર પણ કામ કરી શકે છે અને એના એબ્ઝોર્પ્શન, ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન, મેટાબોલિઝમ અને એલિમિનેશન પર અસર થઈ શકે છે. અને જે પણ અસર હોય ફાર્માકોકાઇનેટિક કે ડાયનેમિક, અલ્ટિમેટલી પેશન્ટ ઇઝ એટ લોસ. પેશન્ટને નુકસાન પણ થઈ શકે છે. તો શું નુકસાન થઈ શકે છે કે કેવી રીતે આપણે એને બચાવી શકીએ કે મદદ કરી શકીએ, તો એના માટે આ લેક્ચર છે. We are going to talk about food drug interaction in this talk. Now there are other things also. Food drug interaction બહુ મોટું broad topic છે. A food drug interaction will include કે આપણે જે રેગ્યુલર ખાવાનું ખાતા છે, શાક રોટલી દાળ ભાત જે ખાઈએ છે, એનાથી દવા ઉપર શું અસર થાય છે. અને ફૂડ ડ્રગ ઇન્ટરેક્શનમાં સપ્લિમેન્ટ જે આપણે લઈએ કે એક પેશન્ટ દવા ખાય છે, વિટામિન બી ખાય છે ને સપ્લિમેન્ટ એઝ અ વિટામિન, આજે વિટામિન સી મલ્ટીવિટામિન ટેબ્લેટ બહુ વેચાતી છે એઝ અ કોવિડ પેશન્ટ, પણ એ અને તમે એની સાથે જે દવાઓ લેવો છો એની ઇન્ટરેક્શન થાય છે તો શું થાય. મિનરલ્સ, તમે ઇલેક્ટ્રોલાઇટ બેલેન્સ બગડી ગયો છે, ઇલેક્ટ્રોલ પાવડર લેવો છો કાં તો બીજી કોઈ સપ્લિમેન્ટ ચાલે છે જેમાં મિનરલ્સ હોય, એડેડ મિનરલ્સ છે, અત્યારે ઝિંક વધારે ચાલે છે, તો ઝિંક અને એની સાથે તમે બીજી કોઈ દવા લેવો છો તો એના ઉપર શું અસર થઈ શકે. હર્બ ડ્રગ ઇન્ટરેક્શન, ઇન્ડિયન કન્ટેક્સ્ટમાં વી ટ્રાય એવરીથિંગ. We as an Indian, I try everything. તો મારે ડાયાબિટીસ હોય તો હું આયુર્વેદિક પાવડર બી લેવું ને દવા બી લેવું. એ ઘણી બધી જગ્યાએ તમને અસર થશે, દેખાય છે, રાઈટ. Then omega-3 fatty acids you take, and you antioxidants and drug you take. All these supplements are taken by patient. Knowingly or unknowingly, patient is at risk. And as a part of this food drug interaction, આ બધું હું નથી કવર કરી શકતો. The time frame what I have is not allowing me to interact and cover all those points, but few major points I am going to cover. Few major point I am going to cover. I am not going to cover everything. You have to uncover. I am going to help you to uncover. You have to uncover this. Just to give you a brief idea. આ સ્લાઇડ તમને દેખાય છે, એ સ્લાઇડમાં ઘણી બધી ડ્રગ્સ ના કેટેગરીના નામ લખેલા છે, not drug name. Please mark this. They are categories of drug. And all these are affected by food. So it is very, very, very important for us to understand what impact food can have. I'm going to take multiple examples as we go ahead. We are going to talk about this. At any point of time, if you feel that you need to, you can put in the chat box your question. And if the time permits, I'll take it towards the end. Or if it is relevant, I'll take in between only. I may answer those. So these are categories which are affected by food. Now, these are some of the items which we have in our young generations particularly, and old generations following Ayurvedic preparations and all. So all these products have interaction with food. All these, I'm just putting some examples. There are many. I'll talk about them when we talk about all other things. This is just an image so that you don't get bored with the slides and you understand that yes, these types of foods are important. Now, if you go to internet and if you type in that food drug interaction, most of the time you will get an answer that antihistamine, drug ni category આપેલી હશે, drug નું નામ આપેલું હશે, અને એની સાથે દવા કે ખાધા પછી લેવાની, ખાધા પહેલા લેવાની, આલ્કોહોલ લેવાની કે નહીં લેવાની, બીજું કોઈ લેવાનું, એટલે કેટેગરી વાઇઝ it is according to the pharmacological classification of the drug it is being given. It becomes very difficult to remember these 700, 800, 1000 molecules. So for understanding, I have taken it in a different way, completely juda perspective chi, કારણ કે food drug interaction છે. So what I am going to do is, I am going to classify the food. Food ne classify કરીએ અને પછી આપણે એની સાથે વાત કરીએ કે આ food ની કઈ દવા ઉપર અસર થાય છે. So category wise, if I go on covering, મારા સ્લાઇડના એન્ડમાં I have put a classification also, pharmacological for reference. I will not cover that, but I have shared it with you all so that it tells you that food category, drug નું નામ અને શું precaution લેવાની. Summary આપેલી છે. So for fiber wise, food wise, there are only 3 types of food we Indians generally have: high fiber food, high protein food, or high fat diet. So one by one, we are going to talk about that which diet and what impact it has on different types of medicines, different types of drugs which we are going to take. So this is high fibrous food, generally fruits, right? Vegetables you have, and that will contain, I am not saying fruits also have non-digestible. Fibers can be classified into 2 categories. I'll be talking about fibers, but these are the examples of foods which are containing high fiber. So now let us discuss what is the impact of fiber. Now, fiber can affect your medication very well. So when I'm taking fiber, I need to take 2 important things into the mind when I'm going to talk about high fiber diet. રેશા વાળું ખાવાનું, ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો રેશા વાળું ખાવાનું આપણે ખાઈએ તો એનાથી શું અસર થઈ શકે. Now generally as an Indian, particularly in women's, right, dieting કરતા છે and they want to maintain their physique, so they go on shifting ourselves into high fiber diet. Now what impact high fiber can have? So before understanding high fiber diet, एक common concept मारे लेवानी छे, ए छे gastric emptying time. Gastric emptying time. Can anybody tell me what is gastric emptying time? You can put in the chat box gastric emptying time and what is that the time. Right? I am going to give interesting question to you all. What is that? કે સપોઝ તમારી પાસે પેશન્ટ આવે કે એને દવા લેવાની હતી empty stomach. He has to take the medicine empty stomach. ભૂલી ગયો, ખાવાનું ખાય છે. He is eating food and he forgets to take medicine. Now he comes to you, I forgot the medication to be taken before meal. Now what to do? Now what to do? Should I skip the dose? Should I ask him to take it immediately? Don't worry, take it now. What should be done? All these answers can be given by one concept, that is gastric emptying time. તો જેટલા પણ ડ્રગ છે આ એક ફેક્ટર એવું છે જે તમને સમજી જાય તો તમારે ફૂડ ડ્રગ ઇન્ટરેક્શનનો 50% કામ થઈ જશે. And what is that? Gastric emptying time generally ranges from patient to patient from 90 to 120 minutes. 1.5 થી 2 કલાક હોય છે તમારું gastric emptying time. So તમે જો ખાવાનું ખાધું હોય, to remove it, it is going to be approximately 2 hours to empty the stomach. So if the patient forgets to take the medicine before meal, has his diet, and now he wants to have this medication to be taken. So the suggestion would be after 2 hours of the meal or 90 minutes. Minimum 90 minutes no gap રાખીને સવારે 8 વાગે લેવાની હતી, ભૂલી ગયા, નાસ્તો કરી લીધું, 8:30 નાસ્તો કર્યું તો 10:30 એ મેડિસિન લઈ શકે empty stomach. Obviously maintaining the gap between the 2 doses. બીડી છે 2 વાર લેવાની છે તો એને એ ટાઈમ ઓપ્ટિમાઇઝ કરવો પડશે કે એને સવારે બી લેવાની હતી ને સાંજે બી લેવાની હતી, તો આ ટાઈમ મેનેજમેન્ટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ફેક્ટર છે. So all these concepts which I am talking, high fiber, high protein, high fat, affects your gastric emptying time. It is going to affect your gastric emptying time. So whenever you take this, please remember and counsel the patient accordingly. I can give you an example. High fiber diets can slow down the rate of absorption of drugs in small intestine. એટલે emptying time વધી જશે. Slow down થાય એટલે stomach માં વધારે રહેશે. Now to just give you an example, painkiller છે, right? પેન માથું દુખે છે કે પેટ દુખે છે, કોઈ પણ વસ્તુના કારણે I am taking painkiller, right? Or I am taking an hypnotic drug. મારે ઊંઘ નથી આવતી પેશન્ટને અને મારે ઊંઘ આવી જોઈએ એટલા માટે ગોળી લેવી છે. હવે હું પેશન્ટને ગોળી આપું અને અસર લેટ થાય તો ચાલશે કે? ઊંઘ માટે દવા લીધી અને 3 કલાક ઊંઘ નહીં આવે કે 2 કલાક ઊંઘ નહીં આવે. Because I want immediate effect. Because I want immediate effect. Forget about classification. જે સ્લાઇડમાં લખેલું છે, જે પણ દવામાં તમારે fast effect જોઈએ છે, wherever you want fast effect, patient ને જલ્દી અસર થવું જોઈએ, right? એવા medications માં it should not be taken with high fiber diet. Example અહીંયા આપેલા છે, hypnotic drug, ઊંઘ માટે દવા લેવી, analgesic લેવી, sedative drug લેવી, એવી બધી દવા જેમાં તમારે ડ્રગનું એબ્ઝોર્પ્શન ફાસ્ટ જોઈએ છે, અસર જલ્દી જોઈએ છે, એવી બધી દવાઓમાં હાઈ ફાઈબર ડાયટ સાથે લેવાનું નહીં. You take high fiber diet, it will reduce the absorption of drug. Delay may not reduce, late કરશે absorption. બંને કેસમાં નુકસાન છે પેશન્ટને. In all those cases, there is harm to the patient. So please maintain that if you are taking a analgesic drug, if you are taking an hypnotic drug or sedative drug, avoid high fiber diet. I hope that it is there. Now, some of the drugs can bind with the fiber. So fibers are of two types. What you are going to know about. Market માં આવે છે oats. Oats આવે એટલે શું છે? Oats, they are soluble fibers. And there are some insoluble fibers, જેમ કે મકાઈ, corn. I'll just give you examples. So difficult to digest is insoluble fiber. Easy to digest is soluble fiber. You can see the examples of fiber here. Oat bran, fruits, pectin, beans, peas, right? Psyllium husk, corn bran, fruits, vegetable skin and leafy vegetable, they are example of insoluble fibers. Now, these soluble and insoluble fiber, ખાલી fiber no problem નથી, fiber માં બી type છે. So just giving you, digoxin binds with insoluble fiber. Life saving important drug છે digoxin. અને તમે patient ને મકાઈનું ખાવાનું આપો વધારે સાથે. You give a food which contains high insoluble fiber, digoxin is going to bind. Then it is going to be problem for patient, right? Soluble fibers bind to statins, paracetamol, carbamazepine, lithium, penicillin, right? Soluble fibers સાથે આ બધી drug bind થાય છે. Bind થશે એટલે શું થશે? Rate of absorption ઘટી જશે. Rate of absorption ઘટી જશે તો જે biological concentration જોઈએ છે effect માટે એ late આવશે. એ late આવશે. So patient ને અસર કાં તો મોડેથી આવશે અને ઘણી કેસમાં એવું પણ બની શકે કે અસર આવે નહીં. Because the concentration is reduced. So you need to take care. Steroids, right? Estrogen, pills leta che. It binds to both fibers, dietary fibers, soluble as well as insoluble. So you need to take care. You need to counsel the patient accordingly to understand and tell them that if you are taking these types of food, these types of medication, fibrous diet ने time adjust करो. घनी बार मैं सांभळ्યું છે पेशेंट ने कहे कि खावानुं बंद करो. खावानुं बंद નથી કરવાનો. Please, I am clearly stating here, You cannot say them ke fibrous diet band karo. You can alter the timing at which you take fibrous diet. Please understand, carbamazepine ખાતું છે એટલે fiber ખાવાના નહીં એવું છે ના. You can modify the timing when you are taking the medication. You keep in mind the gastric emptying time, and then you can modify the diet time so that you can have fibrous diet as well as you can have carbamazepine. Fibrous supplement can reduce the absorption of drugs used in treatment of diabetes. Example, glyburide and metformin. Very widely used drug, metformin. So fiber supplement खाता છે ડોક્ટર લોકો કે વજન ઓછું કરો, obesity ઘટાડો. તો એ કેસમાં શું થાય? Patient start taking fibrous, oat and all. Fibrous diet વધી જાય. પણ એ તમારા ડ્રગ ઉપર જો મેટફોર્મિન ચાલતી હોય તો અસર કરશે. Keeping ahead the interest, right? See this. आपने लागे कि कैटेगरी वाइज क्लासिफिकेशन करी दઈએ तो काम आसान છે આપણું, બહુ આસાન. એક એક્ઝામ્પલ આપું તમને અત્યારે, just to give you an example. Lovastatin. I am giving an example of statin because statin nowadays are in very much discussion. Statins are helpful or not, useful or not, right? Whether to take statins or not. આવી ઘણી બધી ચર્ચાઓ ચાલે છે. I'm not going to touch that aspect, but I'm just giving you one example where એક જ કેટેગરીના ડ્રગ છે, still there is a change in the way you take the medication. If you are taking lovastatin, it should be taken with food because it will increase the absorption and bioavailability. That means food is helping to increase the absorption. Rosuvastatin, right? Empty stomach. Both are same category, HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors belonging to the class of statins, but I am knowing some drugs, simvastatin, pravastatin, fluvastatin, doesn't matter whether you take it with food or without food. Problem nahi aave. But if as a fellow pharmacist, a person is coming with a prescription for statin, with this is my guidance, this is my suggestion to all the fellow pharmacists that all statins should be avoided with high fiber diet. વધારે રેશાવાળું ખાવાનું હોય તો સ્ટેટિન લેતી વખતે ધ્યાન રાખો કે ટાઈમ ફૂડ ખાવાની વચ્ચે અને દવાની વચ્ચે સફિશિયન્ટ ગેપ રાખો. પ્રેફરેબલી ફાઇબ્રસ ડાયટ ઘટાડશો તો ફાયદો થશે. અને એવું નથી કે ફાઇબ્રસ ડાયટ 2 દિવસ ખાઈએ તો તકલીફ નહીં થાય કે થશે, એવું કંઈ નથી. Please understand, if you don't take fibrous food for 1 or 2 days, it is not going to affect. So you modify, but these medications are long life or for long term of time. So when you take these medications, you need to take care that you understand that you take the medication, avoid with high fiber diet, statins. There are many such examples I can go on, but I am not going to because of the time constraint. I am going to. Absorption of vitamins and minerals are also reduced. રેશાવાળું ખાવાનું વધારે ખાઓ અને તમે મલ્ટીવિટામિન ટેબ્લેટ ખાતા છો તો વિટામિનનો એબ્ઝોર્પ્શન ઘટી જાય. Rice bran reduces calcium in urine, right? Iron absorption also decreases. આ બધું ક્યાં સાથે? We are talking about food. રેશાવાળું ખાવાનું. Vitamin C increases absorption of iron, so can be used to compensate. એટલે iron supplement ચાલતા હોય ને તમારે રેશાવાળું ખાવાનું ખાવું હોય તો સાથે વિટામિન સી લેવું જોઈએ. અત્યારે વિટામિન સી તો બધા જ ખાતા હશે. વિટામિન સી, right? We are talking about because of COVID situation, we are taking vitamin C. So fiber diet can affect too much, and we need to learn or educate ourselves, update ourselves. Then only it is possible for us to discuss. Now we talked about કે problems છે, પણ રેશાવાળા ખાવાના ફાયદા બી છે. If I take high fiber diet, right, અને સાથે કોડીન કે પ્રોપાક્સિફેન પેન કિલર ચાલતી હોય તો કોડીનનો એબ્ઝોર્પ્શન ઘટી જશે, વધી જશે. पेशेंट ने फायदो थशे. The effect of a painkiller will come faster. Codeine, propoxyphene, oxybutyne, urinary problem na drug છે, right? Verapamil, high blood pressure માટે ની દવા છે. Calcium channel blocker, antihypertensive or anti-anginal, right? Some anti-epileptic drugs, I can give you an example, right? Anti-epileptic drugs which are taking, they cause constipation. Patient ne constipation થાય. Anti-epileptic દવા ખાઓ એટલે constipation થાય. અને આપણાને બધાને ખબર છે કે જો પેશન્ટને કોન્સ્ટિપેશન હોય તો આ સલાહ આપવી. Eat fibrous food and drink plenty of water. Fibrous food અને પાણી વધારે પીઓ તો constipation માં રાહત મળશે. So patient can have benefit of constipation if you take high fiber diet. So નુકસાન છે અને ફાયદા બી છે. I am giving you both the perspective. So it is not necessarily that high fiber diet always creates problem. High fiber diet may help also. So there are going to be multiple things to be discussed about fibrous diet. So this is the brief idea about high fibrous diet. Now this is about the fatty food, high fat, right? Jalebi, fapda, samosa, chole bhature. जितेंद्र सर, जस्मीना मैडम, लोको कहता से कि वी आर हैविंग मोढ़ा में पानी आवी गयो है खाना. एक तो लंच के पहले का सेशन है ना. सुबह से बैठे हैं, खाने की भूख लग जाएगी लोगों को. राइट, फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम. प्लीज फॉरगिव मी. Just to give you an example, I have placed this. Nothing to be taken personally. High fat meals before taking a drug can reduce or increase. Again, advantage, disadvantage banne che, right? So I'll just give you an example. Fatty foods, emptying time slow, absorption also slow. So again, the same statement which I used for fiber is applicable here. કોઈ પણ દવા જેમાં તમને ઇફેક્ટ there where you require fast effect, please avoid high fatty food. High fat will increase the emptying time and reduce the absorption. Absorption ઘટશે એટલે emptying time પણ લાંબુ થશે. So absorption slow થાય, emptying time slow થાય, અસર આવતા વાર લાગે. So painkiller, sedative, hypnotics, they do not work well with fatty food. So if you are taking samosa and jalebi fapda and immediately taking a painkiller, then the pain may not go easily because the effect will come late. तो तमने राह जोवी पड़ी सके छे. You may have problems when you take high fiber diet. So I can give you the same example. Emptying time no શું problem છે? સ્ટમક માં શું હોય છે? એસિડ હોય છે. સ્ટમક માં શું હોય છે? એસિડ હોય છે. And acid can have stability problem of drug. Drug na structure ઉપર અસર કરી શકે છે. So drug may break down if it stays for longer time in stomach, acid. So example, azithromycin, erythromycin, ampicillin, penicillin V, isoniazid, all these drug structure, antibiotic છે, anti-tubercular drug છે, આ બધી drugs પર શું problem થાય? Drug structure will break, drug will degrade, drug का concentration घट जाएगा because the active form of drug will not remain. Stomach acid will destroy and ultimately either the effect is diminished or lost. For antibiotic, we know the importance of minimum inhibitory concentration. जो sufficient concentration में antibiotic अंदर नहीं जाए तो antibiotic ની અસર આવશે નહીં. So the concentration is very critical in this stuff, and acid can destroy. અને તો જો તમે fatty food ખાઓ, if you take fatty food, it will secrete acid and drug will remain in the stomach, structure will break. So stability of the drug structure will be affected. Now नुकसान तो डिस्कस कर ही लीधो, फायदो भी छे. प्रो ड्रग का कंसेप्ट आप लोगों ने सुना होगा. You have heard about the concept of pro drug. Some drug require the converting inactive form into active form. Right, so sometimes I need acid to convert pro drug into active form. So sometimes it may help also, not necessarily always. Please understand, these are example specific. I cannot put it as a generalized statement. Right, so you have to keep in mind, right, there can be side effects. There you need to modify the dose. ઘણીવાર modify પણ કરવું પડે છે dose. Example I can give you is Amprinavir, Itraconazole, Ketoconazole, which are used for fungal infection. Right? So if they stay in stomach, they may be helpful. So you need to think about the examples. Antifungal drugs, antifungal antibiotic, Griseofulvin. Drug nu absorption વધે છે. Now if the drug absorption is increased, there can be problem also. There can be problem also. Please remember, not necessarily benefit. You have to think very rationally to decide whether to give it with the meal, without fat meal, if with fat meal, when to give. There are multiple things to be kept in mind. I am giving you two examples: Orlistat, anti-obesity drug, and Griseofulvin. If you take with fat, samosa ne phapda ne jalebi khao ne સાથે Griseofulvin ખાઓ, તો Griseofulvin no concentration in serum plasma increases, and then it may lead to side effect. Orlistat, it produces oily stool. So patient may be at risk. High fat diet, right? Very important. Next slide, Mari. Aju important che. Just to explain you the importance. Nowadays, we are talking about formulation types. So I'm not going to take many example. One example I am taking here because this is very widely used drug for diabetes. And diabetes na patient ave na, to tame ene kevo કે ખાધા પહેલા લેવાનું છે. You tell him that take it before meal. Now what is the concept of before meal? Go to your house, see your elder people, see your neighbors. એટલે ખાવાની થાળી મૂકેલી હોય ને બાજુમાં ગોળીનો ડબ્બો લઈને બેસે. They will take the medication and the plate is ready. ગોળી ખાય ને 5 મિનિટ કે 10 મિનિટમાં તરત ખાવાનું ચાલુ કરી દે. Is it the correct way of taking the medication before meal? See this example I have given you. You can go through. There are two types of tablet available of glipizide in the market. One is immediate release, the other one is extended release. Now when you are taking, if the patient is prescribed with glipizide immediate release drug, it should be taken 30 minutes before the meal. But if it is an extended release drug, it can be taken immediately with or immediately before breakfast. ખાવાનું ચાલુ કરી દીધું ત્યારે પણ તમે extended release લઈ શકો છો. Please understand the importance of formulation also. Type of formulation also affects the drug effect. And then when you take this medication without understanding, what happens is we blame the drug or the company. આપણે કંપનીને કે ડોક્ટરને કે દવા ઉપર બ્લેમ કરતા છે કે દવાની અસર નથી થતી, ડાયાબિટીસ કંટ્રોલમાં નથી આવતું. But are we following the medication consultation properly, taking it or not, you need to think about. Same glipizide may work for the patient if you counsel him properly. This is what I'm talking about, customer delight. Right? Next is high fiber diet. High fiber diet can affect all: absorption, metabolism, elimination, all three types. So high protein diet, low fat diet, low carb diet can help to promote and maintain weight loss. Protein diet क्या important છે ખબર? લોકોને જ્યારે પણ વજન ઉતારવાનું કે વજન વધારવાનું કે તો પ્રોટીન ડાયટમાં પહેલા ચેન્જ આવે. First change what you have. If I want to build body, I need to have protein diet. Right? And if I want to reduce the weight, I need to optimize the fat. I need to optimize the protein diet. Protein diet ઘટાડીને fibrous diet વધારવું પડે છે. All these cereals, ઘરમાં જે આપણે ખાતા છે, ધાન, right? Cereals, ગૌ, ચોખા, right? Corn. As a vegetarian food, people, these are the highest source of protein which we are talking about. Now, protein can increase level of acid in stomach. So there can be two problems to address. Number one, this can break down some drug, reduce the amount. So activity ઘટી જાય. Solubility of the some drugs may increase. So શું થાય? Solubility increase થશે એટલે સ્ટમકમાંથી જલ્દી ઇન્ટેસ્ટાઇનમાં જશે. More absorption, more activity, or there can be problem also. Side effect આવી શકે છે patient ને. So you need to think about all these things in your mind when you are going to take protein diet. I'm just giving. Again, I'm not going to spend much of time, but for same protein diet, જો તમારા ખાવામાં protein diet વધારે છે, તો જે પણ દવામાં તમને અસર વહેલી જોઈએ છે, you want fast effect, please avoid immediate high protein diet. બંધ નથી કરવાનું. But દવા સાથે તરત protein diet વધારે ખાવું નહીં. પેન કિલર, પાર્કિન્સન્સની ડ્રગ છે, લીવોડોપા. High protein diet can increase the breakdown. Theophylline bronchodilator છે, તો theophylline ની જે bronchodilator effect છે એ ઘટી જશે. High protein diet can slow down the metabolism. Propranolol is a drug which is used as antihypertensive, non-selective છે, right? So જો metabolism ઘટી જાય તો propranolol બોડીમાં લાંબા સમય રહેશે. So it may increase the side effects to the patient because the concentration of propranolol is going to increase. Aluminum and antacids may reduce the effect. Antacids खाता હોય, non-systemic antacids like, right, protein which you take like aluminum, magnesium, calcium वाला antacid તમે ખાવ છો. Particularly aluminum ના કેસમાં absorption effect ઘટી જશે. So if you are taking aluminum containing antacid, avoid protein diet. So there can be many such things which I can discuss, go on discussing. The best source for vegetarian is soya protein. તમે નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે, soya protein, but it contains high amount of vitamin K. So decrease the effect of warfarin. Vitamin K and warfarin. Warfarin is called as magical drug. એનું ડ્રગ ને ફૂડ સાથે નાતું સારું નથી. એને બધા સાથે પ્રોબ્લેમ છે. Why say it as magical drug? Because you cannot take any other medicine with warfarin, nor you have to take care of so many food habits so that you take care so that the effect of warfarin does not change. કારણ કે પેશન્ટ જો warfarin પર હશે તો એને warfarin ની જરૂર છે. So inhibit absorption of replacement of thyroid hormones used to treat hypothyroidism. Effect ઘટી જશે if you are taking thyroid hormones. Right? Soya protein can also affect estrogen, birth control pill. Right? અને આપણે soya protein વાળો diet ખાતા હોય ને pills લેતા હોય, hormonal pills, birth control pill or hormonal replacement therapy, અને પછી આપણે કહીએ કે birth control pill કામ નથી કરતી. Right? Pregnancy established થઈ ગઈ. that may be that it is not the problem of estrogen. It may be the problem of what diet you are taking to control. Birth control pills का भी effect है. Protein diet can reduce clearance of allopurinol. Allopurinol, important drug for gout, right? So reduce clearance मतलब allopurinol ज्यादा देर रहेगा बॉडी में, उसके भी प्रॉब्लम. If you think that कि ड्रग ज्यादा रहे तो फायदा, कम रहे तो फायदा, ऐसा नहीं है. It has to be optimized. If the drug stays for shorter time, there is a problem. If the drug stays for a longer time, then also problem can occur. So you have to take into mind and think of that what consultation or what counseling I do for a patient, and for that I need updated knowledge. Protein is helpful also. Example, steroids खाता होए, body building करता होए. Some people are associated with bodybuilding protein. Excuse me. Bodybuilding profession. तो ये steroids खाए. And if they are taking steroids, protein will help. Protein will help steroids to be absorbed. So they can take high protein diet. Steroids अगर ले रहे हैं, so साथ में protein diet ले सकते हैं. The second part, ये तो food का type हो गया. Fiber, protein and fat. These are food type. This is what is there to discuss about the type of food and drug interaction. Next part of the topic which I am going to talk about is different types of vitamins you take in your diet or vitamins you take as a supplement. સાથે વિટામિનની ગોળીઓ, આજકાલ વિટામિનની ગોળીઓનો ચલન વધારે છે કોવિડમાં, right? They are given multivitamin, vitamin C's, minerals, and along with that you are taking some medication. So what happens is, as a person, what care, as a pharmacist, what guidance I should give to the patient. Just a second. So if I go on with this, I may require more time, right? So just to know with the organizer, Jitendra sir, Jasmina, how much time do I have?
Yes, sir. 15 minutes.
So that I can wind up, or we may need to take question answer. I still have minimum 30 minutes to be covered, minimum. So as per your convenience, I can stop anytime.
Sir, within by 12:30 we have to complete the question answer section.
Okay. So I'll go for further 5 minutes. Speed up. I can share this with all. It is already been shared with you all. So I hope that you give it to the participants. Vitamins, right? There are important vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. So these are the vitamins which you are taking in your diet, which can be obtained from food, as well as they can be obtained from the supplements you are taking in your regular as a patient. So if I go on, then there are interactions. So water soluble and fat soluble vitamin, I'm not going to import vital. Vitamin क्यों बोला है? They are vital for life. Without vitamins, so vitamins are of two types, fat soluble and water soluble. So if I take example of vitamin B3, niacin. So niacin and alcohol, right? So अगर patient को vitamin B3 चल रहा है और alcohol खा रहा है, तो उसको flushing और itching हो सकता है. Anti-gout drugs, right? अगर anti-gout drug चल रहा है उसको, example allopurinol, probenecid, sulfenpyrazone और विटामिन B3 का सप्लीमेंट या विटामिन B3 डाइट में ज्यादा हो गया तो गाउट की कंडीशन वर्स होगी, पेशेंट को प्रॉब्लम होगा. विटामिन B3 और एंटी डायबिटिक ड्रग, राइट, इट में इंक्रीज द ब्लड शुगर. નિયાસિન વધારે થાય तो ब्लड शुगर वधी શકે છે, એન્ટી ડાયાબિટીક ઇફેક્ટ ઘટી જશે. So you need to statins can also affect muscle. So if you are taking vitamin B3 and statin together, muscle weak થઈ જશે, muscle ની weakness વધે. So you have to have problem, you may have problem, serious problem, muscles may deteriorate. What are the compounds which are containing high rich? Tomatoes, mushroom, broccoli, right, sweet potato, carrot, almond, these are the rich source of vitamin B3. Dates, right, spinach, vitamin B6, pyridoxine. So if you take vitamin B6 and levodopa, anti-Parkinson drug could decrease the efficacy. Phenytoin decrease the efficacy and increase the risk. Patient ની efficacy ઘટી ગઈ તો એને seizures ગમે ત્યારે આવી શકે. Cycloserine may worsen the side effect. Seizures આવી શકે patient ને. Right, these are vitamin 6 rich food. Folic acid and methotrexate. Folic acid supplements could interfere with methotrexate. Mechanism che, I don't have much time to discuss all this, so I'm not going to, but a problem thai shake. Anti-epileptic drug, folic acid might reduce the serum level of anti-epileptic drug like phenytoin, carbamazepine or valproic acid, sodium valproate. So phenytoin supplement, anti-folic acid should be avoided. With anti-epileptic drug, time should be managed. These are the rich food of folic acid. Cauliflower, beet, vitamin C. આપણે પેશન્ટ પાસે જઈએ, પેશન્ટ એડમિટ હોય ને પેશન્ટને કેન્સર હોય સપોઝ, and you go to the patient to meet him. આપણે પેશન્ટ માટે શું લઈ જઈએ? તો ફ્રૂટ લઈ જઈએ, રાઈટ? કાં તો આપણે શું લઈ જઈએ? જ્યુસ લઈ જઈએ. So when you go to the patient and take these, and if the patient is undergoing chemotherapy or radiation therapy, please remember, one glass of Mosambi juice, yeah, orange juice, one glass can stay for 4 days in your system, and that will affect your chemotherapy. So if you are going to the patient, don't take citrus foods with you all. We all know vitamin C rich food. If there is any instruction, you can directly speak out. Jasmina madam, Jitendra sir, instead of, right. Vitamin E, anticoagulant drugs, bleeding વધી શકે છે patient માં. Vitamin K and anticoagulant, warfarin, very famous example, right? So lila shak, green vegetables should be avoided when you are taking warfarin. Leafy vegetables. Vitamin A toxicity if you are taking any medication for psoriasis. These are vitamin A rich food. Then I have dairy product examples also. Maybe I'm going to go ahead fast very with slides. You can share with your participants. I have many things to discuss. Dairy products also have important. Fluoroquinolones should be, tetracycline should be avoided with dairy foods. Right? Tyramine, chocolate, dark chocolate, MAO inhibitors. લાઈફ થ્રેટનિંગ હાઇપરટેન્શન થઈ શકે છે જો પેશન્ટને સેલેજિલિન, ટ્રાનિલસિપ્રોમિન કે ફિનાલ્ઝિન ચાલતી હોય ને એ ડાર્ક ચોકલેટ કે ચીઝ ખાતો હોય. એ ચીઝ, this is the study. I'm not going to take much of your time. Just to give you an example, જો પેશન્ટને ચીઝ ખાવાની બહુ ઈચ્છા છે, ચીઝ ખાવું જ છે મારે, પણ એને માઓ ઇનિબિટર્સ, મોનોઅમાઇન ઓક્સિડેઝ ઇનિબિટર ચાલતા હોય તો ઓરલી અવોઇડ કરો. એને પેચ આવે છે માર્કેટમાં, સેલિજિલિનનો પેચ મળે છે, ટ્રાન્સડર્મલ પેચ. તો જો મારે સેલિજિલિન ખાવી છે ને ચીઝ પણ ખાવું છે તો ઇન્સ્ટેડ ઓફ ગિવિંગ ઓરલી, give it in a patch. Transdermal patch વાપરી શકો છો. So patient may have cheese also, and patient may have tyramine, that is MAO inhibitors also. Not taking much of your time. Fruit juices are very dangerous, not in terms of drug interaction I am talking about. So you can see this, these many drugs are having very high interactions with આ બધી drugs ના નામ છે, હું time નહીં લઈશ. આ બધી drug ની orange juice, apple juice સાથે લેવો તો efficacy, decreased efficacy. Right? These are some juices example. To sum up, I have placed in my slide 2 slides. These are some examples which are the drug which you have to take on empty stomach. These are the list of drugs which are to be taken empty stomach. And in the next slide, these are the drugs which should be taken with food. So these are the names of drug which you can take with food. Right? Lastly, I have told already this, that there is a second, if you go to internet, you will find this only. What is this? The drug category, drug name and comment. Whether to take with milk, with food, without food, drug category, analgesic, NSAIDs. I can go on taking paracetamol के साथ antacid लेना चाहिए कि नहीं लेना चाहिए. Paracetamol does not act on COX-1 and COX-2. It acts on COX-3. तो पेन किलर સાથે એન્ટાસિડ આપે છે, પેરાસિટામોલ સાથે એન્ટાસિડની જરૂર નથી. The mechanism by which it works, gastric acid secretion વધારતી નથી. Paracetamol can be taken without antacid. Right? There is a video also which I am going to skip because I don't have. You Google it out, you will get this. Summary, some help to remember some of the questions in your exams you are going to have. Thank you very much. I have winded up it very fast because I have too many things to discuss. Thank you very much. Handing over to the host.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your informative lecture. And you have very nicely summarized the food-drug interaction. And we have a few questions from the audience.
Yeah.
So first question is that how much anticoagulant are hazardous for a person who is taking for a longer period of time or lifelong?
Anticoagulant drug, as such, this is not a question related to food-drug interaction.
Yes.
But as I would say that I have seen patients who are taking warfarin for 15 years, 20 years, and they are sustaining their life. But as I am taking warfarin, I need to optimize my diet, avoid leafy vegetables, vitamin K rich food, so that the anticoagulant, yeah, there are long-term problems which are being reported in the research with the effect of warfarin. But at present, if you optimize the dose, if you know the therapy, there are multiple doses of warfarin. Whoever has asked the question, 1 milligram, 2 milligram, 3 milligram, 4 milligram, 5 milligram, there are multiple doses. So once you control you need to optimize the dose. And if you optimize the dose and diet, it is very safe.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Next question from our participant is that analgesic cause gastric disturbance on empty stomach.
Yeah.
So how to balance?
Whenever you are taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, I have already answered this. COX-1 के COX-2 inhibitors, ध्यानથી સાંભળજો, ibuprofen છે કે diclofenac છે, right? If you are taking COX-1, જે પણ દવા COX-1 પર કામ કરે છે, એ તમારા બોડીમાં સ્ટમકમાં parietal cells આવે. Parietal cells are responsible for secretion of acid. અને જ્યારે COX-1 activate થશે, parietal cells activate થાય ને acid secretion વધારે. It will increase acid. जो भी दवा आपके बॉडी में COX-1 पे काम कर रही है, सिलेक्टिव COX-1 के नॉन सिलेक्टिव, તમારે એની સાથે એન્ટાસિડ લેવી પડશે. You have to take antacid. But if I give an example of COX-2, rofecoxib છે, વેલ્ડીકોક્સિબ, કોક્સિબ્સ આવે છે, they are selective COX-2 inhibitor. એ COX-1 પર કામ નહીં કરે. તો જે પણ COX-1 પર કામ નથી કરતા એ તમારા એસિડ સિક્રેશન નહીં વધારે. તો they may be taken without antacid. And a paracetamol is neither acting on COX-1 or COX-2, right? So you can take it empty stomach also. And after you can take with antacid or without antacid, it is not going to affect. But my suggestion, my guidance would be, you don't need an antacid. It is just to increase polypharmacy.
Okay, yes, sir. And another question is that, how much time gap required between a fiber food intake and statin drug delivery?
Statin drug, I have already explained, gastric emptying time. So if you are taking fibrous food and you want to take statin, please keep a gap of minimum 60 to 90 minutes.
Yeah, okay, sir.
60 minutes is ideal minimum. Please understand, physiologically, every patient is different. કોઈનો gastric emptying time general range છે આ. ઘણા પેશન્ટ ને પર્સનલ પ્રોબ્લેમ પણ હોઈ શકે છે which may affect your gastric emptying time. So there cannot be exact thumb rule, but what I have observed through years is that minimum 90 minutes is sufficient.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And on behalf of Sri Narji Bhai, Lalbhai Patel College of Pharmacy, we are thankful for giving such a wonderful lecture and spare your time from your busy schedule. Again, thank you. And now I request Jasmeena Madam to take over the session.
I will just like to thank GSPC once again for giving me an opportunity to talk with fellow pharmacists. I am one of you and I am ready to help to all, and to the college for giving me an opportunity to interact with you all. So I will not take much of your time. Thank you all, the coordinating team from Umrah College. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Jasmeena Madam, over to you.
Thank you.